Hi, this is Jonathan with Fishing with Faith Outdoors. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to try if we can get them here at this PFA. So y'all stay tuned, and we're going to see if we can get us a big bass. All right, so today the wind's blowing into this cove. A lot of brush and everything, but we're gonna start out with a spinnerbait. I may have to tie on one that's got a Colorado blade. The water is not milky like chocolate milk, but it is kind of murky. But we're gonna start out with this one, and nothing on that. But I'm gonna try. This is a Lucre Hunt bait I picked up on sale. So got these little tentacles, and it's a Lastech material. It floats. Pretty cool bait. So we're gonna try them out, flip it around the peg to weight and flip it around the brush a little bit. And the Berkley Gilly, man, I tell you, I've caught a big bass out of here on this thing. So we're gonna swim that around a little bit and see if we can't get a bite on that rascal. So let's try the spinnerbait for a minute, see if we can't get a bite. So y'all just stay tuned. So we switched from the spinnerbait to the Berkley Gilly. All right, very easy rig to fish. Some people overcomplicate it. I just get a screw lock, a hook. This is a 90 size. I make a 110 and a 125, I ain't mistaken. As far as the hook size they say that goes with each one, I found that the size smaller than what they recommend works better on the package. So get a size smaller than what the package recommends. This is the 90 size, so I get a 2/0 hook. It's got a screw lock here, and then I put a nail weight in the bottom, a quarter ounce nail weight at the bottom to keep the belly, to keep it, because you reel it in too fast, it turns sideways. But I've caught some big fish on it. 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, or 7.1 to 1 gear ratio, medium heavy, or 6.5 gear ratio. Okay, reel with I use 15-pound P-line, fluorocarbon coated Colipop. I never can pronounce that dang word, Colipolymer or whatever the mess is. But anyway, I like it. Probably gonna stick with this line for a while. It seems to be pretty good. Casts a mile. But anyway, I just cast it like I do a spinnerbait. Just throw it out there around brush, cover, lay downs, let it sink down. You can let it sink to the bottom, then just reel it in. So been still experimenting with this bait and see, but generally you just reel it in real slow like, and it'll go in the water and it'll swim like a real fish. You can Texas rig it, drop shot it. I don't know if y'all can see it right there, probably not, but it swims like a real fish. They got different color patterns. This is the bluegill pattern. I got some green pumpkins, and well, not green pumpkin, what is it, black and blue for darker conditions. Sun's shining, the water's still kind of murky, but you can still see down about, I don't know, probably about a foot, even though it's murky. Well, I got my polarized glasses on, I still see about a foot. So anyway, but I've been playing around with this bait, so just cast out there, let it sink for a minute, or let it go to the bottom, and just reel it in real slow. Just reel it. I don't know, just reel it, let it stop, reel it, let it stop. Or you reel it real fast and let it stop, and it's going to and act like a dying fish. And do it again and it'll dart off. So that'll probably entice a bass to bite. So So just play around with it. You can do different things with that bait. I can sit here and tell you how to do this and that, but go buy you some medium heavy rod, 6.5 gear ratio, 7:1 gear ratio reel, some 14 pound fluorocarbon. Get you the size, smaller hook than what they recommend, and just go fish it and play around with it and see what does what. So, dang, there's bass jumping down there. How about that? Let's go check it out. All right. Anyway, that's the deal on that. Y'all stay tuned. So I traded that last bait, looker hunt bait I had for swimming worm, Zoom swimming worm. We're gonna give it a shot. Peg weight and just throw it around the cover like you do a spinner bait or anything, and just swim it back to you. There's a way you do this. I can't remember what it is, but I guess it don't matter. You just try different ways. Swim it, let it fall, hop it, do whatever you want to with it. When it comes to this stuff, there's certain ones that need to be done a certain way, but worms and stuff like that, you can just play with them and see what's gonna get you bit. This wind blowing, kind of swim it back to me a little bit, flip it out there and let it sink. Just swim it back to me fairly slow, whatever. Let's see if that'll do the trick. It's no magic bait, man. You just gotta figure out what they want. And you can throw the wrong lure in the right spot and get bit. You can throw the right lure in the wrong spot and not get bit. So it's all about bait placement and the right bait at that moment. Where you put the bait and the right presentation. So just see if this is going to do anything. And I forgot to say earlier in the video, this is going to be a week series of the month. I can make different videos, but it'd be kind of like what I'm doing now. Just come out here and fish, and you can see what I'm doing and what I'm catching them on, and and how I catch them is how I'll show how I done it at that particular moment, because how I caught that fish at that moment is not necessarily how I'm gonna catch that fish or a fish tomorrow on that same technique or that same bait. So it just varies day to day. But I will say this, the two baits I know that don't fail, well they will fail, but that will get you bites, is a Texas rig and a shaky head. You can't go wrong with them two. This is a Texas rig worm, but it's a swimming worm. You can peg the weight, or you can leave it loose without a peg and cast it and swim it back to you. And this tail is gonna, flutter like that and make this bait kind of have a little ratty action to it to entice some bass to bite. I've seen some bass busting down here at the end of this cove, so I've been fishing this to see if anything is in here. So, all right, well, y'all stay tuned, and if I don't get anything today, we'll try it again tomorrow, either this location or another location. Wish I'd have filmed last week, because man, I was at this PFA down in Eastman, Georgia, down there close to where I live, and man, I caught at least 20 fish that week. They're busting on shad, and I was just dragging a shaky head and wearing their butts out. But I didn't film that week because I don't know why I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. So we're gonna film this week and watch me not get a single fish. I ain't gonna jinx myself like that. That'd be all right. You're not gonna get them every day. You're not gonna come out there every week and get them. So all depends on what they want to do. Bass is an animal that God created to function in the way God wanted it to function, and no man is going to figure out exactly how a bass is going to act or be anywhere on the lake, or it's just, we're not going to figure them out. We're not going to figure out what these animals do. They're going to be different day to day. So nothing set in stone on how a bass, what a bass eats day to day. You know, it can eat shad one day and brim the next, and the crawfish the other. I mean, you never know what he wants to eat. You know, just like humans, you may want a cheeseburger one day, and next day you want something completely opposite of a cheeseburger. You know, tacos or something. So, but anyway. They're finding out that bass are doing things totally different than what we've been told all our life. They got bass in freezing cold, 40 degree water temperatures, exploded on shad. And it's like, well, they ain't supposed to do that. You don't live under the water until you don't live under the water with them, so you don't know exactly what they're doing. Now they got that live scope, they can see how these bass act, so they can see exactly what they're doing. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're going to be doing the day to day. So anyway, you get my point. You're not going to figure animals out, man. God got them created just the way He wants them, and that's how it's going to be. Just got to go fish, man. This ain't a good day to fish. How you know? You don't know if it's a good day unless you don't go, and it won't be a good day because you didn't go. Just go fishing. Get you some stuff and go fishing. Don't worry about the science part of it. Just go fishing. All right. Well, we're gonna do this for a little bit. If we don't get no bites, then we're gonna try it again tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody, and this is day 2. We're gonna throw the little Berkley Gilly around, and hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day yesterday, and got your special somebody, your special love, some great fishing gear. So, all right, well, y'all stay tuned, and we'll see if this Berkley Gilly can get a hold of one. Thanks for watching. Strange. I wonder if that squirrel fell out of the tree and hit its head. Dang. That happens. I've seen squirrels fall out of the trees, hit themselves, and they walk around dizzy for a few hours. Hopefully it'll be okay. Well, this is a tough lake to fish, y'all. I was just talking to a guy at the boat ramp that I'm gonna be interviewing very soon on he makes custom wood baits. He fishes out here a lot. They're just very finicky out here. So we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying, and hopefully we'll get a fish catch here soon. Y'all just stay tuned. Got him, boys. Finally. Whew. These are some tough fish. Dang it. Be still. Little one's better than nothing. These some tough fish out here. There's some monsters out here, man. There's 10 pounders, 12 pounders. My biggest is 612 out of here. I'm sorry, 610, but 6 pounds, 10 ounces. But the monkey's off the back, brothers. The monkey is off the back. Oh man, just casting around a couple things and you can't go wrong with a Texas Ringworm. Can't go wrong with a Texas Ringworm. So basically I got a offset worm hook with a 6 cents Divine Shaky worm. This is the Nirvana color. I need to order some more of these. That's a good color, that June bug and the green pumpkin in there. Caught a lot of fish on this color. It's a good color. They just ain't real, they're not the durablest thing, but it's a good worm, man. And it floats. This worm floats. You put it on, shake your head, and this tail sit up there like that, or you can Texas rig it. So, well, there's one. Let's see if we can do that again. Basically just casting it out there around cover. Got close to the cover that I can get and just slowly hop it back to me. Drag it. Let the lure fall, then you gauge your reel once the line quits pulling across the water. But anyway, just drag it. Roll up your slack, let it fall back down, and give it a couple hops. Let it fall back down, and just drag it. Roll the slack, let it fall back down, and just a couple hops. Shake that up a little bit, however you want to, and you're dragging it real slow. If they're following it, looking at it, then you let it sit there for a second. Then you bump it like that, boom. That's when they'll hit it. They hit it dragging too, but that reaction of the bait trying to flee makes them want to bite. All right. We'll keep dragging this worm around, see what happens. Y'all stay tuned. Dang. Well, this is the end of day 2. I hooked the big one and it got off. I couldn't turn him. And hook popped out of his mouth. Him, her, probably her. But anyway, so we're gonna head to the house. Can't believe all the stuff I find on these PFAs, man. Crankbaits, soft plastics, you name it. It's good for me. Bad for whoever lost them. But that's how it is. I'm sure somebody's gonna find my stuff I lost out in the water somewhere. But heck, this stuff here was just laying on the ground. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody got that out of the water, but it's gonna come handy. Oh, whopper plopper. All right, we'll see y'all on the next one tomorrow. All right, we're back, folks. We're gonna throw around Chatterbait by Berkley. Well, Berkley Slobber Knocker, and then the old Flutter Crawl by Culprit. Throw these around today and see what we can do. I'll just hang in there. Hopefully we whack them today. Just a heads up, y'all be careful where y'all walking. I just jumped a big old water moccasin laid up in the reeds. Y'all be mindful where y'all walking now, because this time of year is when them water moccasins go to breeding. and mating or whatever, and they'll chase your butt down and give you what for, that's for certain. Many folk jump in the water during this time of year and get chewed up by them, and it's been known for water moccasin and bite on the water as far as I understand. I ain't ever been bit by one, but I ain't about to find out neither. So y'all just be mindful of that. If you're new to the channel, by the way, or been watching for some time, y'all please like and subscribe to this channel, and share with all your friends and family. I greatly appreciate the support. I'm not on here to try to sell anybody anything. I'm not on here trying to get any kind of sponsors. I know there's money to be made on YouTube, but you got to hit like 1,000 subscribers and got to have so many public views, and I tell you, it'll take you a couple years to get there, that's for sure. But unless you got content that people just dying to see. But you know, I'm just one of hundreds of, if not thousands, of fishing channels on YouTube trying to hit it big, and those who've hit it big have got the money to put into it. You know, poor man, it's hard for a poor man to get a leg up on people that already have money, or people that just knows how to work the system and does a good job with it. I enjoy watching the YouTube channels on fishing and whatnot, and I figure, well, heck, if I like it, why not try it? But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're just going to keep trucking along until the truck runs out of gas or my son wants to take over. So we'll see how it goes, Lord willing. Whether I'm not on here, don't get me wrong, I'm not on here to make money, okay? If that happens, that happens. Like I said, you got to put a lot of work into to get to that point. I don't know, what's the word? I enjoy sharing stuff I know. And some people like to keep it to themselves. I have a hard time doing that. I like sharing what I know, and I guess that's just something the Lord put in me to do, share what I know. So anyway, anything y'all want to know, or any certain technique you'd like to know, if I don't know it, I'll try to learn how to do it, or any questions or anything you want to talk about, please leave your comments. I greatly appreciate it. So y'all just hang in there. Like I said, this lake I've been fishing the past 3 days it's a tough lake. Everybody I talk to say you come here to catch big bass. You don't come here to wear them out, get 2 or 3 or 10 or 12 a day. You come here to catch big bass, because the stuff they eat in this lake, shad and what, you know, just loaded down with bait fish, they're spoiled rotten. So he throws around big glide baits. So I've been catching them on a Texas rig and a jig. So, but anyway, we're just gonna keep throwing, because if you ain't throwing your bait, you ain't at least attempting to get a bite. So get out there and cast, because you can't do it sitting on the couch. All right, let's throw the Texas rig around a little bit. Ooh, that was a big old bull over here on the water. Let's see if we can't get this chatterbait in there. It was a big one. Let's try it and see. As soon as I stop the filming process on my phone, I'll get a bite. So we'll do this cast, and then I'll put y'all on hold till we get a bite. Otherwise, I run my battery down trying to film the whole time. I got a pack. My wife's got a pack. charged to keep the battery charged. I need to find it so I can use it. See how long I can keep the film running. Then I can go back and edit it without stopping and starting the button every time. Let's see. See how it works. GoPros, man, they're ridiculous high. There's no sense in a little bitty camera like that being $200-300. Well, I understand all the features and technology, but they take advantage of just like the cell phones, they take advantage of the whole technology process and making millions off of it when I can get a cheaper version of the GoPro that's got good reviews, and it's only $100. And I just hadn't saved up to get one because I've been trying to keep my truck in the road, keep the tires and oil change, and now I gotta have a heater coil, and you know, that's taking up the extra money I got saved. So, well, one day we'll get us one. But right now, we're just gonna do it with the phone. Well, throw this around a little bit more, see if we can't get a bite. Well, this is the end of this week's series. Sorry I wasn't able to get on any fish. That's a tough lake I was fishing. It's right by where I work at, where I've been working at. So when I get off work, I jump over there and fish for a few hours. It's a tough one. The bass got plenty to eat. They ain't studying your lure. They care less about it. So it's just a tough fishery. But anyway, I was trying to do this series this week. Try to fill this month out with a few videos instead of making a video one day and a couple days later I just do a couple of days, making it one video for the month, and maybe do 2 of those a month. This will probably be the only video I do this month. Lots coming up. I'm gonna be busy, so hopefully March and April I have some videos out that you guys can watch and enjoy. Hopefully the fishing will be a lot better then too. Right now they're just keyed in on feeding up on shad in these PFAs, getting ready for the spawn. If I'm able to get in ponds, that's where you catch them at, is ponds, man. They're easier fisheries, those ponds, unless it gets a lot of pressure. But anyway, all right, well, I hope y'all like this kind of thing. We're gonna keep doing this and see how it rolls out. And remember, like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all's support. Like me on Facebook, Fishing with Faith Outdoors. And again, appreciate the support. And remember, Jesus saves. God is good. Without Him, we won't have anything that we enjoy. We wouldn't have the bass or the great outdoors. We definitely wouldn't have a breath of life if it wasn't for Jesus Christ and for dying for our sins. So thankful for that. We're forgiven. We're able to live after death. So thanks for watching, and God bless.